Welcome everyone to episode 3 of our latest campaign here on Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. If you didn't see the first couple of episodes, there's a link in the description that'll take you back to the beginning. We are in June of 1901. We're waiting on quite a few new ships that are in the process of being built. And let's just take a look real quick. You can see here we've got 7 months until our new battleships arrive. At that point, we might be able to think about retiring some of the older ones to save a little bit of cost. As you can see, it costs basically $1 million for 4 battleships every month. Now, with that said, most of my battleships, in fact, pretty much all of my ships are set to in being. So I'm going to actually switch some of these battleships to sea control. So we'll see them a little more often. Though you can see it does increase the cost by about $133,000 for each one that we put in sea control. We'll do half of them, half of the 6. The other thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and start working on a increase in size to my shipyard. Let's just go up 1,000 tons. It'll only take 8 months to make that happen. It's going to cost us $10 million. We've still got a decent amount of naval funds, but we're going to be right now in the hole by $3.5 million per month. Now that number will go down based on a few factors, including the 11 ships that I'm building once those are complete. So I'm not going to worry about that too much while I've got a 30 million plus balance in my naval fund pocket at the moment. Gun reload time reduced by 6%. Let's look at our research for a second here. Armor forging, 3 more months. We'll complete that. I'm going to turn off the focus on turret mechanisms now that we've completed that one. Hull construction, that's a while off. Even with focus, it's going to take 16 months. But I think I'll just go ahead and focus on the 2 that we're dealing with right now. We do have a convoy mission available to us. Light cruiser and a destroyer versus 2 light cruisers, which both heavily outton us. You can see those are twice the size of mine. But there's transports here, and the R means I believe that those are reinforcing units, and so they're not going to be on hand right away. So maybe we get a chance to nail some of his transports right off the bat. Now the transports don't do any damage to his victory points, but they do hurt his economy. So it's important to sink those transports whenever possible. So we're going to try to spot these things. I'm going to put Bremen on AI because that'll cause them to head in the right direction. Wait, I think they're turning away. The smoke is spotted in the east, and they're turning west, which I guess means they want to run away. No, we're not running away. We're going after these transports. Okay, it took a while, but we finally spotted one of the transports. Hopefully his warships aren't too close. I've got the... Oh boy, I've got the destroyer in the lead, and the light cruiser has fallen behind pretty far, but that's okay. Eventually it'll catch up. I'm going to go ahead and slow down now and give them a chance to do that. I don't know what their... Yeah, their top speed's only 22, so even at 22, they're going to have a hard time catching up, so... Let's drop the destroyer down to about 19. You know what? I'm going to go full speed because I want to catch up to these guys, and I'll start maneuvering. And once I do, that'll give the light cruiser a chance to catch up. Well, didn't get to do exactly what I wanted to do, which is to have a chance at these transports without the pesky interference of warships. The warships have arrived. So the better part of wisdom tells me it's time to get out of here, but I still feel like we might be able to nail a transport or 2 before we do that. So I'm going to try. We're causing some damage with our guns here. The torpedoes have a 1.5 kilometer range. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get in close enough to have a guaranteed shot here. And I am a little concerned about the damage I'm going to start taking from these light cruisers. My light cruiser's way the heck back there. This might be stupid on my part to be going in like this, because I'm taking a lot of hits. Okay. Let's get a torpedo in the water. On the Cressy. I don't think we're going to miss at this range. And then we're going to get out of here. 2 torpedoes. Let's hope it's enough to take Cressy down. And maybe all we get out of this. I think that's going to be enough flooding. Let's see what happens if it starts spilling over. Yep, looks like it's going to. Let's hope their pumps don't get on top of this. Or that would have been all for nothing. One transport may be all I get out of this. Come on, baby, spill over. Oh, he's gonna survive, isn't he? I think so. Yeah, it's really disappointing. Alright. I am not content to get out of here with nothing. We're going to swing back around now that my light cruiser's in close. I'm going after this light cruiser. His transports are getting out of here. That doesn't mean I can't get something. Although I'm going to have to deal with 2 of them, it looks like. We've lost about 10% of our crew, well, 8% of our crew on the destroyer. Now we might have to go after the Liverpool. Let me turn off the torpedoes for now. It's going to be an interesting situation here where all 3 of his ships are kind of bunched up in the same area. How fast are their ships going? Only 21 knots. They just collided into that transport. Too bad that doesn't do any damage. Well, maybe if nothing else, I just come up and finish off the Cressy. I really want that light cruiser, though. I can fire my guns on Cressy for now, but I'm going to save the torpedoes for the cruiser. Come on. Sink him. Meanwhile, these light cruisers are running. They do not want to turn around and fight me. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is separate these 2 out. Man, these light cruisers are slow. I really need to get some faster ones. Hopefully I can get these 5-inch guns to come up here and finish this guy off. Turn around and face me, you jerk. Oh, Bremen's taking some hits. Let's get your smoke going. They've got 8 torpedoes. So I'm going to tell them to use a couple to finish off Cressy. There we go. That should do it. Alright, there goes the one transport I've managed to sink. Okay, torpedo in the water. Darn it, this is going to be close. Really close. Oh, no, he got me. Thankfully, he got me right up front, and it's right now only looking like 2 compartments. Got my last 2 torpedoes in the water. Let's get the destroyer out of here. Darn it, he's going to miss those. I didn't like that angle at all. Oh, that's frustrating. Finally got up close, and right as I'm about to put a torpedo on him, he puts one on me. Screws up the whole project. Alright, let's get out of here. What's the matter, Bremen? Alright, so we did still manage to take out 131 crew. It shows as a defeat because we didn't sink enough transports. We didn't really do much. So he gets 4 victory points. But we did manage to take out a transport with little damage to ourselves. So I'm not too worried about that. I wish I could have done more, but it isn't a net negative on us. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and skip ahead to the next month. We did lose 3 transports that time in the North Sea. So that's certainly a problem that we're going to need to kind of deal with. I've only got just the 1 light cruiser up here, and I think that's part of the problem. We need to get more of our fleet in that area. So let's move some of these ships over there. In particular, some of the big ships. I think that can... Oh, that port can't handle it. That's the problem. Okay. That's why we hadn't moved them there in the first place. Okay, what are we dealing with here? We've got a convoy battle. 12 transports, but again, just a light cruiser and a destroyer available to deal with them. That's not nearly enough. We do have a regular battle here between 2 light cruisers, but he's got an advantage again. So I think I'm going to try to skip both of those if possible. Alright, we are going to have to do this one. This will be interesting. He's got the Lion, which is a big battleship, and I don't really have anything that can go toe-to-toe with that. But tonnage-wise, I think we're okay. And he's got transports there, so this should be a good battle. Okay, here we go. Enemy spotted to the west. Let's see what our makeup is. We've got the York and the Coronel. Then we've got our screening ships on either side. So let's go ahead and get Coronel headed in the right direction. Hopefully we can catch up to these guys. Again, we're still dealing with old technology, which means slow. Okay, well, he appeared really quickly coming straight at us. So is that the battleship? I think it might be. We're going to come straight up at him with this destroyer. Oh man, he's on both sides of us. This is a problem because torpedoes. I'm really concerned about this guy getting torpedoes in the water. Right at the same time I'm trying to do the same. There they go. There's not a darn thing I'm going to be able to do about it one way or the other. But I think the Coronel missed. Nah, they got hit. Fire, quick. Oh boy. There we go. Point blank, can't miss. My torpedo boat's still got 2 more, so we need to quickly take them out. Man, we nailed the Lion, but it didn't do as much as I would have liked. Oh, flash fire! Oh, beautiful. That's what you like to see. Another flash fire. Those torpedo hits might have done in the Lion right off the bat. Oh, that's glorious. Wow! Oh, little V-12 just took out one of the prides of the British Navy with 2 torpedoes. Meanwhile, we took out his torpedo boat. So there's obviously a fatal flaw in the British battleships in terms of their protection against fire. You boy. This is going to be super close. I'm actually going to try to swing back around this way to get my rear out of the way of that torpedo. There we go. Of course, this guy's probably got torpedoes ready to go too. Yep, here they come. Slow down. I'll stop. Darn it, I should have done that sooner. Oh, he's toast. No, not the V-12, the one that just sank a battleship. Well, most of the flooding's up front. They may survive this. Alright, I'm going to put these guys on AI. Cornell just get hit by another one. I don't even really see much of the enemy at this point. Honestly, we got the battleship. I know we haven't taken out any of the... No! He took out one of my heavy cruisers. Well, still, a heavy cruiser for a battleship that's twice the size of that heavy cruiser, still a good trade-off. I did not handle that well. I should have made the heavy cruiser my first priority to pay attention to, or at least put him on AI the moment we sank that battleship. Alright, this guy's still got 2 torpedoes he hasn't used, so let's be really careful here. We cannot lose 2. Okay, he put him in the water. I don't know if he went at the destroyer with them or at the York. He did go at the destroyer, who's not even trying to move. Oh, that's because we had given him an all-stop order. I thought we only gave the all-stop order to the V-12. Oh my gosh. I'm going right into shark-infested waters here. Alright, those 2 missed. This guy's not going to be able to hit me again for a while. Sylvia. That might be theirs, actually. Alright, we're going to put one at you, and you are not... Oh no, he's got me. But we got him too. Ouch, that hit my rudder. Oh, are you kidding me? I thought for a second he was going right into that thing. No, was that that was a flash fire. Oh. Darn it. This is starting to not pay off. Let's get out of here. Get that flooding repaired. Try to save the day. What are you doing, V12? Are you going right toward torpedoes? Okay, you're moving. Yeah, we gotta get out of here in the worst way. York's listing pretty badly to starboard. Very little speed available. Alright, here comes his destroyer in for another run. He has no torpedoes, though. V4 does, but I doubt... Well, looks like Lasso's going to go right into it. Boom. I keep seeing that. All I can think of is Ted Lasso. Fantastic show, by the way. At least he doesn't have any available torpedoes, so he can't finish off the York. In fact, it looks like York just got... No, yeah, that was York. Put one into him. This captain's an idiot. He doesn't do anything to avoid torpedoes. No, we just lost sight of him. He might be sinking, though. And we got to get our engines repaired so we can get York going and get out of here. Oh, geez. He just snuck up on me with a torpedo, but the destroyer's going to take the hit. V12, the hero, again! And this time, I'm afraid, fatally. Oh, maybe. Maybe not. V12 first takes out a battleship, then takes one for the team to save the York. Give this guy a raise. Whoever the captain of that ship is. Ah! I'm going so slow that he fired that in front of me. But he's too fast for us to hit with our torpedoes. Whoa, where'd that one come from? Oh, you kidding me? I never even... There's somebody over here and I can't even spot him. Oh, what a mess. I really am in the middle of a shark pond. I got hit by a guy that I never even spotted. I still don't see. Oh, we could be in trouble now. Alright, you know what? Let's get... Oh, all these guys are damaged. No, another torpedo. Well, it looks like the tonnage is going to be pretty even as far as what we trade here. Because we're going to trade 2 heavy cruisers for a battleship. Oh. This started out so promising. Ended badly. We lost more crew, but it's still showing as a victory. Because we got slightly more victory points. We did sink a torpedo boat, a battleship. No transports. We lost Cornell and York, though. But, you know what, honestly, 2 old heavy cruisers for one of his 17,000-ton battleships, I'll take it. I will take that every single time. So now we've got a 6-5 advantage on battleships. I don't know what he's got queued up at the moment as far as battleships go. We're still even on heavy cruisers. He just discovered 12,500-ton heavy cruisers. We discovered mechanical armor forging. I like keeping victory points even. If we're anywhere close to him in victory points while we catch up in tonnage, then I'll consider that a win. That time we took out 2 British transports. Where are we at on finances? We're going to keep on... Anytime we're under 100% on transport capacity, I'm going to keep this maxed out as best I can. Crew training, we're very low on crew pool, and that's going to come into play when we have a bunch of new ships entering service and don't have the funds or the crew to man those ships without having to shut down other ships. Another convoy mission. 11 transports. Again, it's the Bremen and the V4. So, not entirely sure I like that mission a whole lot. But it doesn't appear we have a choice. Let's look at the fleet for a second. 3 months to go on the Gneisenau, the Wittelsbach, and the Hessen. 10 months to go on our 3 new heavy cruisers. Looks like our new light cruisers must be available, which is why our crew amount went down so much. Let's sort. Yeah, here we go. We've got our 5 new light cruisers, which we're going to... Oh, you know what? I don't know why add crews not selected. We're going to put all of these new ones on sea control. I want them available and in missions as much as possible. And then what we'll do is we'll probably have to shut down a couple of the older light cruisers. I think that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to scrap 3 of those. That'll free up some crew. There we go. As well as some finances. Not a lot, but a little bit. And we still have an active fleet of 61 ships, which keeps us pretty close to the British. We actually have more light cruisers than he does. But these new ones are what I'm concerned about. Because look at the difference between the new light cruisers and the old ones. They're twice the tonnage. They're 9.5 knots more of speed. The difference, of course, they don't have nearly the guns. The old ones, actually, yeah, the old ones have 11 5-inch guns. The new ones have 8 5-inch guns. But honestly, with the speed and the better technology and twice the size, I'll take it. I'm going to auto-resolve this and see what happens. We'll probably lose both of these ships. Yeah. Well, light damage to the Bremen. We lost the DD V4. We did cause heavy damage to a heavy cruiser. So that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and skip to November of 1901. We lost 3 more transports. That's got to stop. We keep losing transports in the North Sea. I don't know if we can actually attack. Yeah, I don't think we can attack enemy ports. It doesn't allow me to do that, but yeah, see, we've got way more fleet there than the port capacity allows, and I don't know if that's a problem. So I think we probably should do something about that. Let's move almost all of these ships out of there. We'll move them over to Emden where they've got the capacity to handle it. Research. Let's turn off armor forging. Hull strengthening is about to be complete. There's nothing else of any significance that's close. We can see here the status of ships that are at sea. We do have a bunch of stuff available in sea control for the North Sea, but they're just not getting involved for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why that is. But let's go ahead and skip. Here we go. Dreadnought hull design. New hulls available just as we are completing those other battleships. We now have the Dreadnought design. So let's go ahead. And, oh, we've got to upgrade our shipyard to be able to get that. It's 18,000 to 20,000. Those are huge compared to what I have. But unfortunately, I don't have the available size in my shipyard to do that. And it's going to be a while before we do because we're doing an upgrade right now that's only going to get us to 17,000 tons. It's going to be at least another 1.5 years before we can even get those. Oh, that sucks. Lost 2 more transports. We're maxed out on transport capacity, but we're just not getting there. We should be about to get our new ships, though. The Hessen's mothballed. I'm not sure why that is. That's a brand new ship. Is it because we're out of crew? I think that's probably what it is. So let's do this. Let's organize our ships by the year they were built. Let's go to the Siegfried. We're going to scrap that one because we're about to have... Oh, we do have the new battleships. And I want to make sure that we get that one. There we go. We didn't have enough crew before, but now we do. So now we've got our 3 new battleships available to us. They're set to in being. We're going to go sea control with all 3 of those. I definitely want them out there and fighting. Let's see if we can get them into action quickly here. There's a convoy mission. We're going to auto-resolve that one. Not a lot happened there. It's actually been pretty quiet as of late with the battles. Here we go. We've got our new light cruisers available. So that'll be nice to take those out for a spin. But we are up against it with 2 heavy cruisers and a light cruiser. But let's see what happens. We'll make this our final battle for this episode. Okay. So new light cruisers, old heavy cruiser. Let's get a look at those new light cruisers for the first time that we just designed in a previous episode. You can see not a lot of guns on board, but I do like the design, and I like the fact that they have a lot more speed available to them. They do still have cadet training level, though, which is certainly a problem. We do have a more trained crew on our heavy cruiser, which gives some bonuses to accuracy, aiming, and damage control. So let's go ahead and put the Dessau on AI until we spot the enemy. Okay, there he is. We actually spotted him pretty far out. That must be the spotting ability of these new light cruisers, because there's no way that my heavy cruiser would have spotted him that far away. What are we facing here? Alright, looks like one of his heavy cruisers. So here's what I'm going to do for now. We're going to keep Dessau where they're at. We're going to take control of these light cruisers and try to get in close if we can. Turn off my torpedoes until I'm actually ready to use them. Of course, I want to be careful here. I don't want to go losing my brand new ships that I just got into service. He's coming straight at me with what I assume is one of his other heavy cruisers. It is. Alright, there's a nice hit by the heavy on the Kent. Try to go straight at him. Keep our profile as narrow as possible. Those heavy cruisers do have a couple of torpedoes. And with the Dessau, we're going to try to keep an angle for the same reason. Try to make those shells deflect rather than penetrate. Hey, there's a nice hit. It didn't do a lot of damage, but it's something. We got to be careful here because I am going to be out of smoke in a minute. But in a couple of seconds, we're going to be able to fire it again. Or is that's just the timer on the actual smoke that I have? Then the timer will start before I can fire it again. Yep, 6 minutes. So we're a little bit dangerous right now. I'm going to slow down to regular speed. This is about to get interesting. Let's go after the Kent. We're getting in on real close range here. But I'm not going to have many shots at this, so I need to make these torpedoes count when the time comes. Dessau's going to get a chance to fire one here in a second. I think, assuming they've got one on the front. Of course, we can bet Kent's probably got one too. All right, torpedo in the... Nope, I thought I had a torpedo in the water. This is where it's going to get interesting because I know if he's got one underwater, he's going to fire it here in a second. And I may not have an easy way to dodge it this close. Man, I am in a dangerous place right here. Not one I really want to be in. There's a torpedo hit. I knew he was going to get one on me, and there wouldn't be a darn thing I could do about it. Now I got to worry about a flash fire. I don't know if I like this angle, but we're going to try it. I got to do something here. All my engines are out for Dessau. Oh, see, I hate the angle that these fire at. It's too easy for them to miss. I'd rather be firing straight this way. See, he's going to dodge that, I think. Alright, we got a torpedo hit on the light cruiser. We might get... Yeah, we're going to get one on the heavy, too. Oh, this is going to be close. And I might have... Alright, we took out the Challenger. That's his light cruiser. I think we're going to miss Challenger's last attempt to hit us. Grafton's in pretty bad shape. Dessau really having a hard time maneuvering right now. What just hit? Another torpedo. Oh, lovely. I don't think it did any more flooding damage than the first, though. Let's get a good glimpse right here of the Challenger. Oh, yeah. Tipping over. Starboard side. Ooh, that was close. Kent's still 100% though. Need to finish off Grafton. Remember, these heavy cruisers are way bigger than mine. Well, not way bigger, but they're bigger. I gotta be careful with my light cruisers though. These are brand new ships I don't want to lose. Alright, Grafton's down. Beautiful. That's a heavy cruiser and a light cruiser out of action. With one to go. Smoke. Let's be careful here. Torpedoes in the water. Detach. We've got a lot of torpedoes on these light cruisers. That was something that I intentionally did with my build on these. I wanted them to be able to do what we're doing here, which is to get a lot of torpedoes on these bigger ships and not have to just fire once and then get out. Alright, we're going to come in on the other side. Oh! That's a problem. That's a big problem we're not going to avoid. I keep forgetting these heavy cruisers have torpedoes. Right in the center, too. Brand new ship. But if we can keep her afloat and get out of here, just with some damage, totally worth it. Oh, what'd they fire that torpedo for? I should have had him on save. Get out of here. They're out of torpedoes, though, so that's the good news. Let's be careful here. Although, the way they're listing, I can't imagine they would easily be able to shoot at me. But I also don't think I have torpedoes available yet. Sometimes this can be misleading because it'll show the time since your last torpedo was fired. But if you have, say, tubes on each side, then the tubes on one side might still be able to fire. Like that. That's exactly what we just had there. We've got him coming at him from two different ways. He's gonna miss the one from the Karlsruhe, but he's not gonna miss the other one. Problem is we hit him in the same spot. There's not a lot of new flooding here. That did very little good, actually. I gotta be careful here because I might get in the line of fire of my own ship. So we've got a lot of damage on all three of my ships. We're just gonna circle this guy until we get a chance to finish him. Alright, we got on top of the flooding, so that's good. I'm actually going to turn off the torpedoes here. I want this to be a point-blank, can't-miss situation. So I'm going to wait until I'm in the right spot. I also got to hope that I hit him in the right spot. Oh, there's more new flooding just happened. He might be going down anyway. Even before we hit him with the torpedo. I think he is. Bye-bye, Kent. All right. Very happy with that. So we did take medium damage on a heavy cruiser and on one of our light cruisers, but can't complain about the result. 118 crew lost versus 2,000 for him. Remember, all of these crews, even if he gets new ships built, he can't replace the crews right away. He's got to invest money into new crews. So this is going to continue to have an effect on him as we pile up these crew losses. And of course, the victory points, that should now give me an edge in victory points for the first time in a while. Yep, we're up by 1,000 on victory points. We now have a positive monthly balance because we don't have all those ships being queued up. So financially, we're good. We're over 100% on transport capacity now. We're going to go ahead and well, you know what? At this point, I don't know how much, some of you have correctly pointed out, how much do you really want to put into technology in a short campaign? If we're playing a grand campaign that starts in 1890 and might stretch for 50 years, technology is going to have a huge impact on that. Less so in like a 10-year campaign, but I still like the idea of tech making a difference later in the later stages of this campaign. So not going to design any new ships at the moment. We're just going to kind of sit tight with what's going on. Financially, we definitely want to get our shipyard built up. What's the minimum we need for a Dreadnought battleship? 18,000 or 22,500. The small Dreadnought is 18,000. Dreadnought 1's 22,500. We're not going to get the Dreadnought 1. But we could definitely get the 18,000. So let's go back to that. Eight months, we can get 1,000 tons. And then we'll be able to start building our first Dreadnoughts. But that is for the next episode. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. And we'll see you again in a few days with another episode. Thanks for watching.